Hey guys, happy Monday. If that's even a thing, happy Monday. But that's the whole point of the podcast is to try and make Mondays a little better for you, even though generally Mondays suck. I hope everyone had a great week and an even better day yesterday because yesterday was Mother's Day. And it was my first Mother's Day, and I know I had a great day, so I hope you guys had an awesome day as well. We just had a COVID safe outside brunch with like a waffle bar with like toppings and bacon. And of course, we had mimosas because nothing says Mother's Day like mimosas. But yeah, it was a great, awesome day. Let me know what you guys did for your mom, or if you got whatever you got done for yourself, because of COVID, obviously, is a lot different. We had COVID last year for Mother's Day too, but it's not the traditional Mother's Day. So let me know, are you a gift giver? Are you a gesture doer, a maker? Did you not even do Mother's Day this year? Yeah, just let me know what your experience was this Mother's Day. Mine was great because I had Harper this year, which is awesome. But yeah, just let me know what you did, or even if you got something done for you because you're a mama. Did you get to sleep in, or did you get to have a kid-free day, which I'm understanding is pretty good looking sometimes to have a kid-free day, even though it is Mother's Day and you want to spend it with your kids. I get that. But even just to have like a kid-free morning and do you all morning would be awesome. Other than Mother's Day, nothing really exciting except for we did buy everything we needed to complete the reno, which is awesome. So we have everything now. We just need to put it down or install it. So yeah, appliances been ordered, kitchen's been ordered, paint's done, working on the floor. So we got a lot going on over here right now. Very expensive though. Didn't realize how fucking expensive. Well, I did, but like seeing it now, it's like, ugh. But yeah, nothing crazy. Also, I have become an air fry master. As all of you guys saw, maybe on my Instagram story last week, I did a whole friggin' chicken and it turned out so good. So friggin' good. Skin was crispy and it was still moist inside. It wasn't dried out. It was awesome. I did do a poll to see if you guys were on board with the air fryer. Most of you are on board with it. Some of you are haters and you know who you are and you're wrong. I also have to say, though, I was on the fence before it. Although deep frying will always have a special place in my heart and will always be number one, air frying is so much cleaner. And I didn't mean like cleaner in the body. I just mean it's so much cleaner. Like, I literally just have to clean the air fryer out afterwards. There's no oil everywhere. And also, there's less oil you're cooking with, which is healthier for you. Even though technically it's not even a fryer, the air fryer, it's just like a convection oven. But we'll call it an air fryer because it does get things really crispy. And it's so easy. Like, oh my god, I literally just throw fries or potatoes or whatever in there, close it, put it on, and I open it in 20 minutes. And guess what? They're done, crispy, perfect. It's awesome. So I'm with you guys who like it. It's so much easier. It's better. I'm a changed woman. And the appliances I just ordered, the oven has air fry built into it. If that makes sense, even though air frying is a convection oven. Anyways, but yeah, so when I'm done with my air fryer, I'm just gonna see who wants it and they can have it. But for the meantime, for the next 4 weeks until my appliances get here, that shit is my thing. Anyways, let's get on with it. I asked you guys last week to send me in your pet peeves. And I have to say, I'm on board with some I am not, some I am, but I did get a bunch. I personally have a few. I mean, I think they're pretty generic. So for instance, like, one thing that drives me fucking insane is Scott will go in the bathroom to have a shower. He'll turn on the shower and then just leave. Like, he'll go out and go do something else. So the shower's running for like 5 minutes, like 5 to like 7 minutes, where before he even gets in. He's like, "Oh, I'm warming it up, dude. It doesn't take 5 minutes for the shower to warm up." I don't understand why. Like, I turn the shower on, take my clothes off, and then I get in it. I don't understand why he needs it 5 minutes before. That shit drives me nuts. Also, another one of my pet peeves is people who are passive aggressive. That shit drives me nuts. Just say what you mean. I don't need your little comments. Just tell me. I can take it. I'd rather people be upfront with me. So when people do like little side comments or passive aggressive comments, it drives me nuts. Like, so nuts. Just pisses me off. And third and foremost, my number one pet peeve is horking and snorting when people have phlegm. That shit drives me, like, it almost, like, it makes my skin crawl. It irks me to the core. It grosses me out. One time I caught myself, I did it, and as soon as I did it, I, like, hated myself. Deep down, I was like, why did you do that? You're disgusting. But anyways, those are mine. I have a ton, but I just like to pick out 3 for you. Anyways, I will read some of the ones you guys sent me in. I'm not going to read who sent them in, but first one I got was leg shaking. I mean, I can't comment on this because I do this, like, when I'm laying in bed or when I'm sitting. I always do it. Scott tells me it drives him nuts. He hasn't really said it. He used to say it when we were dating at the beginning, but now he doesn't really say anything. I think he's just used to it, but I do that a lot, so I can't say shit about it, but I hear you. It's acknowledged, but I do it. Second one was getting ghosted without an explanation. Again, I can't say this has happened to me because I've never been in the dating app world because we've been together for before this even came about of a thing. But it's happened to a ton of my friends. And if it did happen to me, it would 100% fucking piss me off. It's just rude. And if there are any single guys or girls listening out there, do not do that. Quit that shit and just be an adult. Like, I know my single friends listening are like, hallelujah, let's go. Because it's just fucking rude. It's so rude. Just say, hey, not feeling it. You're really nice, but not for me. We can be friends. Peace out. Or even if you don't want to be friends with them, just be like, have a great life. Here you go. Don't just not talk to them anymore. Like, I had this one friend, literally went on a bunch of dates with a guy. I think it was like 5 dates or something like that. And they were talking all the time. And then one day he just stopped talking. It's like, it's not like it's just one date and you're like, don't talk. But fucking 5 dates and texting all the time, every day, morning to night. And then just one day they're gone. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. But anyways, if you do that, fucking quit it. And if you get that done to you, I'm so sorry that people are assholes. Alright, back to it. Third, I got when timelines are not met. Holy shit, preach. I hate this. And I'm dealing with this right now with renovating my house because of COVID, and it's literally going to drive me insane. Either you have a contractor and they're booked up, so they're like, oh, I can do it Wednesday next week. And then they actually come like a week to 2 weeks later. This happened with us at the beginning with like, I think it was like the drywall and stuff. It was driving me nuts. And it's like, I get you're booked, you're busy, you're trying to get stuff done, but just don't tell me something's going to be done or you're going to be somewhere and then last minute flake. That shit is, oh, I hear you on that one. Drives me nuts. Another one I got was men not listening. Cue One Direction, story of my life. But I don't even think that they mean to do this, to be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, they totally do sometimes, but sometimes I think they just get, like, zoned out for long periods of time. Also, they can't multitask, so don't talk to them when they're doing anything. Like, whether it's wiping their ass, eating, or writing a text, girl, they're not listening to you. Girls can multitask great, guys can't. That's just, I think it's just built into them. The only men I have seen multitask proficiently are male nurses. I'm not like, yes, I am a nurse and stuff, but male nurses, because I guess it's like built into you from nursing school, they can multitask great. So if a guy is a nurse, you're dating him and he's not listening to you because he's doing something, he's tuning you out. He can totally multitask. Another one I got was water glasses on the side table. I mean, I feel you on this one, but in my house, it's plastic water bottles everywhere. And yes, they're empty, so it's like not wasted like little half empty ones. Because if it's half empty ones, it's me. But again, I can tell you where Scott's been in the morning because it's like an episode of fucking Dora. You follow the water bottles to the bathroom, past the lifted toilet seat, through the clothes left on the floor, and you'll get to the open cupboards and the dirty coffee pots left on the counter. Like, I can't. I don't understand. I'll never understand. I don't know if it's just me and like my quirkiness and like the way I like things, but I feel like most women deal with this stuff, or even like men. Like, I know some women are lazy and messy and they have to deal with that shit too. So I feel you on that. Another one I got was dishes in the sink and not in the dishwasher. This like irks me to the core because if if the dishwasher's empty, there's no reason you can't put your dishes in the dishwasher. That's how I feel. If like the dishwasher's running or full and Scott leaves like dishes in there, cool, yeah, no problem. Me, I always like if I clean if all the dishes are in the dishwasher and I make a mess while the dishwasher's going and it's like a fork and a plate, I'll just clean the fork and plate really quickly and then put it back because I just don't like things sitting there. But definitely if the dishwasher's empty and they just leave it on the counter, that shit drives me nuts. I got this twice actually. This one was tools left in the house. Like, this is my life right now, guys. I mean, there's an air compressor in my hallway. It drives me nuts, but I just have to live with it right now. If you're not going through renos and they're just leaving tools around the house, yeah, you gotta stop that. Because number one, if you have kids get a hold of those tools. Like, number one, if they break them, number two, they're gonna hurt themselves. And you'll fucking hurt yourself. I tripped over, what was it? It was the line to the air compressor, I'm pretty sure. And holy fuck, I fell right on my fucking face and it hurt so bad. So, it's a hazard, guys. I got one, crumbs on the counter. I mean, I hear you, I get it, I'm with you, but there's always gonna be crumbs on your counter. It's something you just gotta deal with. You're never gonna have a clean counter. It's never gonna be perfectly clean all the time. I would love it to be, but it's just the way it is. I got this one. Like, I swear, like 6 people said this, and I'm with you. I already said this. Laundry beside the hamper and not in it, and I will never understand this. Never, ever, ever will I understand, because it's usually like literally right beside it. Don't get it. I have nothing to say about this because I don't understand. But yeah, those are some of the pet peeves I got, and I think most of them are very universal. I agreed with most of them, so either I'm a picky bitch or we all have the same pet peeves. Either one. May I also add, most of these were submitted by females. Let's take this into consideration. Are we picky and guys are laid back? Or I don't know. Or are guys just annoying? I don't know. I had no responses from men. Ever. Like, all the pet peeves were from females, so that's interesting. But yeah. I know Scott is way more laid back than I am. That's a fact. Everyone who knows us that's listening, you know it. Scott's way more laid back than me. I'm high strung sometimes and bitchy, and he's just easy breezy, beautiful Scott. So yeah, that's it. He's way more chill than I am. So our first small business shout out this week is going to be L&L Co. The handle on Instagram is L&L.company. It's a mother and daughter team company. They make flax-filled heat bags. I have a couple. I actually just picked them up last week. They're great. I use mine right now for when I had my period. I would heat it up and I just put it across the front of my pelvic area, and it was awesome. I also got 2 smaller bags. They're called Boo Boo bags, and I put them in my freezer for ice packs instead of just like grabbing ice and putting them in a Ziploc, because eventually I throw out that Ziploc and it's just creating waste, where these are reusable. So that's awesome. They are based in Northumberland County in Niagara right now. And they have a ton of cool fabrics and prints available, so you get to choose those as well. You can get shipping, flat rate, I think it's $12. So instead of just driving the distance to Port Hope, whereas where I picked it up from, you can get them shipped to you as well. So some of the products they have are Boo Boo bags. Like I said, I had two of. They have a removable cover for easy washing. They're made with flaxseed. They're lightly infused with lavender, and they microwave for hot, or you can use them like I do for the cold pack. So those are awesome. You can do the all purpose bag. It's good for hot or cold pain relief. You can get it infused with lavender for relaxation, tea tree oil for inflammation, and they also are filled with flaxseed. And they are, I think they're 10.5 by 8.5 inches. So that they're pretty big bags. You can get the neck bag, which is like the same thing but with neck dividers, so it's like goes around your shoulders a little easier and nicer. The booby bag for all you mamas out there nursing. It fits perfectly in your bra. It's infused with tea tree oil to help with the inflammation in the cause ducts. And it's also, they are filled with flaxseed, so the heat lasts a while. Yeah, I love these. And I love supporting small businesses, so that's awesome. So yeah, give them a follow and order some bags, or even just like their post. If you don't want to order some bags, or it's not for you, just still like their post, throw them a follow, kind of support them. It is a mom and daughter team duo thing going on, so yeah, just throw them a follow. I also asked you guys about quarantine purchases because I was wearing one on my story, my favorite one, my Joe Exotic sweater. Shout out Joe. He's my boy. Gotta show some support. Not really, but he's fucking weird and I love it. I love weird people. God bless Joe. Free the man. But yeah, I asked you guys about some, and I know most of my purchases were in the first lockdown because I felt like that was like the one that people were like locked down. Like everyone was locked the fuck down. The other two, I feel like the second one was kind of locked down, and this third one, I feel like people are fucking over it, which I understand you. I get why you're over it. Anyways, I got a fuck ton of plants as well. Most died during the house reno, even with my sister, the plant god. Yep, I still killed them. And like also with the first lockdown, I was pregnant, so I bought a ton of baby shit, so it wasn't really like unnecessary purchases. But on my story, I asked you to give me the quarantine purchases, and I got some good ones. These were some of the good ones people bought. New couch. Yes, literally the best thing you can do is invest in a good couch. Last year, we went out and paid way more than what we were planning to, but it was 100% the best purchase we've ever made. I love, 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 love my couch. And I hope you enjoy your new couch, girl. Like, shout out to you. Soak in it. Enjoy that shit. Love it. Because we only buy one couch. Probably, what, like every let's say like 10 years. Especially if you like spend good money on it. You're not buying a couch for a long fucking time. We bought a Lazy Boy, and someone there told us like, oh, I just threw out my Lazy Boy after 25 years. I mean, it was probably pretty out of style after 25 years, but probably still pretty in good shape. Another one I got was Paint by Numbers. So I've seen these, and I feel like it would be good, but I'd have crampy hands after, like, you know what I mean? Like, my hands are super crampy, so if I did it for like more than an hour, oh, my hands would just not be okay with that. But I'd like to see it. Send me a picture of it done. I want to see if you finished it. I want to see what it looks like actually done by someone instead of just like on the advertisements finished, because like obviously are gonna be nice. So I want to see if it actually like turns out really nice. So yeah, send me a picture in the DMs and I'll post it on the next podcast. Another one I got was a weighted blanket. I've always wanted one of these, but Scott would hate it. He literally sleeps with a sheet and that's it. And I actually messaged the person back and they said to get a twin, which I might do because then I can just have the twin and he can sleep with his one fucking shitty sheet. Wow, that was hard to get out. Yeah, but weighted blankets so with you would feel like a nice big hug all the time. Another one I got was 10-foot chargers. I need to invest in this. Like, period. I need to invest in this. But also, I have a charger thief living in my house. So I don't know how long it'll last. I probably should just buy them in bulk and just take one out as they disappear. Also, another one I got was alcohol. I mean, I feel like everyone was aboard this train. Majorly in the first lockdown, I couldn't do it because I was pregnant, obviously. But I'm so with you this time. Crack a cold one for me. Love it. Let's go. Another one I got was tracksuits. Again, I am on this fucking train. I still am, actually. I'm currently waiting on the 3 I just got from Fabletics. Why do I need 3? Because I do. Couldn't decide. Actually, two of them are the same, just different colors. And the other one was kind of croppy and cute, so I just wear it around the house and be like, ooh, I'm so cute. Yeah, so those were like a couple I got. I got a ton. Those are the ones that I really resonated with myself. Some bad purchases. These ones made me laugh. I only got a few, but I picked out the 2 that I liked the best. First one, concert tickets. Ah, big mistake there. That's all I need to say, I think. Concert tickets. I don't think you go into a concert for a long fucking time, so hope you got your money back for those. And second one, alcohol and takeout. This was on both lists because it is a blessing and a curse. Love takeout, love alcohol, but when you're sitting at home, you got dick all to do. You may eat too much food and drink too much, and it's up to you whether it's a bad thing or not that you're doing that. Yeah, but those are the 2 that I got. I mean, I love them. The first one made me fucking laugh with the concert tickets because I hope you got your money back because you're not ever going for a long time unless something miracle happens. But yeah. Next small business I want to talk about is actually we've used him in our new house. It's A1 Contracting. So on Instagram, it's A1 Contracting of Durham. This is Nick. He's actually a friend of ours. He did all of our tile, and I picked out, because I'm like that, I picked out black hexagon tile, which is actually really hard to put in, but he did an amazing job, and he was fast and great, and he's so personable. He's such a nice guy, and his work is just flawless. He does an awesome job, and he's accountable and dependable, and he is just great because dealing with contractors is usually a nightmare, but he made it super easy. He also helped us find a painter and helped with anything else we needed. He does everything. Not just tile. He literally does all types of home renovation. So if you're looking to get tile done, if you're looking to get a full room renovation like a kitchen or bathroom, give A1 Contracting a call. He's awesome, and he'll always, if he says he's going to be there, he's going to be there, which to me is amazing because it's hard to find contractors who are good these days. So yeah, that's A1 Contracting. And on Instagram, it's A1 Contracting of Durham. Throw a follow, like some of his stuff, and if you need anything done, give him a call. So, another thing I got into, actually recently, because it's been everywhere, was me and Scotty watched Seaspiracy. It's like the big thing lately. I think how like Tiger King was in the first lockdown. Everyone's watching Seaspiracy. And holy fuck. I didn't know. And I'm not going to spoil it because if you haven't seen it, I want you to watch it because I'm going to spoil it next week. So if you listen next week and you get mad that I spoiled it, this is completely your fault because I'm sending out a general warning right now because we are discussing it next week. Be up to date. DM me or email me your opinion on it after you've watched it or if you've already watched it because I'm so interested in what everyone thinks. Me and Scott did fact check some of it and I'll go over that next week. But yeah, email me, DM me. I don't care how long it is. I'll read it because I really want to know what everyone's opinion is on this. And I'm going to share everything that everyone says next week. So let's get into today's topic. Why don't we? Love it. I picked moving in with your partner. When I asked you guys what topics you wanted to hear, I got this a couple times. And now I know for some people it's a pretty easy transition. And then some people, it was a deal breaker. Like, I know people who were dating for a while and then they moved in together and they split shortly after. So, Even if it's an easy transition for you, though, you still have things to change in your everyday life. Um, the way things run in your household that you're moving out of, or if you live by yourself, may not be the same way that your partner or who you're moving in with do things. So there is definitely an adjusting period. For me and Scott, like, I don't think it was too bad, only because we were together for so long. I think we were together for like 7 years before we moved in together. And he's also very easygoing. So, any way I wanted to do something, he usually doesn't care and he lets me do what I want, which is a plus. Also, like, I take care of most of the house stuff right now since I'm on mat leave. So, as long as it's done, I don't think he really gives a shit on how it's done. Also, I think because he also worked, or not worked, he lived with his mom and his grandma, and they did most of the household chores as he was growing up. So most of his life, he really didn't have to do that kind of stuff. So I don't think he really ever had an opinion on how to do things like laundry and cleaning and stuff because he just never did that kind of stuff. Um, so whatever way I wanted to do it, because I used to do it at my house all the time. Like I did a ton of chores. So any way I wanted to do it, he would just let me. Mind you, he did live with a bunch of dudes through college. So I think anything I was gonna do was a lot better than what they did in their little frat house. I mean, it wasn't a frat house, but it may as well have been because it was just four dudes living together. But if you don't live with your partner or you do live with your partner, there will be an adjustment period. Like regardless if you live with a friend or a random, like there's going to be a weird period where you're figuring out each other's quirks and learning about them and things, even finding out like, yeah, me and Scott were together for 7 years, but I found out more about him once we moved in together, like little things that you just, like, what toothpaste do they like to use, what brand of coffee do they buy, is it the same as you, is it different? But yeah, there, or one thing for us actually was funny. He always kept ketchup in the cupboard, and in my house, we always kept it in the refrigerator. In my mind, I was like, "What the fuck? Ketchup in the cupboard? That's fucked up." It literally says to refrigerate on it. I'm gonna make this a poll because I know some people do keep it in the cupboard. I want to know: do more people keep it in the cupboard or the refrigerator? I feel like it's the refrigerator, but I want to throw out a poll there just so I can figure it out because I think it's so weird to keep it in the cupboard. Anyways, I think you guys will just learn how to develop your own way of doing things, like kind of like take what you do and what they do and like mesh them together, and it creates like your own way. Some stuff will obviously stop. Like if something annoys you and your partner to the point where it's causing arguments, like if one of you is really messy, it might not bother the person who is messy, but it might bother the other person. So you need to like vocalize it and just make an effort to be better. Like if you have any respect or love for that person, you shouldn't want to do something that drives them fucking crazy, and just make an effort to not do that. Like if it drives them nuts that they have to clean up the toothpaste inside the sink every fucking morning because you can't seem to brush your teeth properly, you can just be mindful and just clean it up after you're done. Brush your teeth like a savage, but just clean it up after you're done. If okay, a big thing for adjusting for me and Scotty, which I think a lot of people deal with, is chore management. Now it's not such a big deal because I'm on mat leave, so not saying being a mom is not time consuming and hard as it is, but I do have time to do extra things where Scott's at work for 8 hours of the day and he comes home and he works on the house. So, when we were working full time though, like we were both working full time, I was working shift work, especially since Scott never really had to do much in his house and when he was growing up. So at the beginning, I don't think it was he chose not to do cooking or cleaning and stuff like that. I think he just never thought about it because he never had to do it before, right? So it's like if you never lock the door and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Oh, you need to start locking the door." You're not going to remember every time. You got to like it's got to be like a habit almost. So yeah, I think that was a just a big transition for him. The best way we actually and eventually ended up doing it is because it got so overwhelming for me, and we created a chore chart. And yes, it sounds stupid and childish, but whatever, it worked. So it was like 1 to 2 chores a day, but somewhere on the small end. But on the weekends, it would be bigger jobs. So during the week, I'd have like smaller jobs, or he would have smaller jobs. And then on the weekend, that's when we do the bigger things, because obviously you have more time on the weekends. We did this for a while, and then after a while, we didn't go by the chart because it just became automatic. Like, that's his job, this is my job, it'll get done, whatever. So if you're having trouble, that may work for you. It's just an idea. The the worst thing we still struggle with to this day. When I figure it out, I will let you know. We both fucking hate laundry. It's a constant battle. We hate doing it. We hate putting it away. I hate folding it. He hates folding it. He can't fold my clothes properly, anyways. Um, Now we hang a lot of stuff, to be honest. Still a struggle though, because he likes some stuff in the dryer, and I don't really care if my stuff goes in the dryer, but I care if some stuff goes in the dryer. So it's just a battle that we both hate. I'll let you know if I ever figure that one out, because I'm sure it's a universal hatred for laundry. I like cleaning and cooking, and I hate outside work. So I think take on the stuff that your partner hates, which is what Scott did. Like, he does the outside work, and I hate vacuuming, so he vacuums, but he doesn't cook, so I cook. And he doesn't really like, it's not, I don't think he doesn't like cleaning, it's just I don't mind it, so I took that on. But yeah, that, so just take on what the other person doesn't want to do. So, like, say Jim, John, Jeremiah, Jacob, Jedediah, whatever his name is, doesn't like dusting. So you're like, dude, I'll do the dusting. Just do what I don't like, which may be like vacuuming, right? So just give and take, right? Give and take, give and take. But remember, you're a partner, you're not their mom or their caregiver. Your job is not to clean up after them and overwhelm yourself with their chores. So if it's becoming a lot, or you feel like you don't have time, just vocalize it. It's not worth stressing yourself out, having too much to do, and it causing issues in your relationship. All right, guys, so our personal page shout out this week, they actually are huge, so you might already know of them already. I'm just shouting them out because I love following their page. Like, absolutely love it. They have a shit ton of followers. It's Our Faux Farmhouse on Instagram. It's ran by a couple, Holly and Brad. They first started out, they bought their house, their very first house, and it was when like the farmhouse theme was in like the big up and up right now. And then that was years ago, and now they have just bought a house in Tennessee, and they're renovating that, and they show you step by step all the renovations, all the deals. They're super cute. I just love following them. They have like a mill followers, so I'm sure some of you already know of them, but it's awesome. They like, I've gotten ideas for my house now through them. They also own or co-owners of Flutter Habit, which is those lashes that all the girls are wearing right now. So you get the codes through, like, for Flutter Habit through them on their Instagram, as well as, since they have so many followers, a lot of companies will throw them codes out. So if you're home renovating or like sheets and stuff like that, they always have codes to get discounts on really nice items. So that's Our Faux Farmhouse. I just love them. And once you follow them, you'll understand why I love them. Right now, they're doing a media room in their house, and it's so cool. Like, the ideas they come up with, and they're just like average. Like, she's not a designer, he's kind of like a handyman. And they just renovate their house, just them two. So it kind of like reminds me of Scott, I guess. And I love their stuff. And they give out recipes. She did this one cinnamon roll recipe. Oh my god, it looked so freaking good, and I have to do it as soon as I have an oven, whenever that's gonna be. But yeah, throw them a follow and just watch their stuff, because I absolutely love it. That's again, Our Faux Farmhouse. And I don't know about you guys, but by doing, okay, let's word this properly. Um, Doing stuff like if Scott was to clean up the bathroom or do and put away the laundry or something, for me, it's almost like a love language for me. Like, I would way prefer him do that over flowers. Because guess what? I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to, like, it's like, oh, thank you. Like, thank you so much. I love you so much for doing that. Like, don't buy me anything. Just do my fucking laundry. That's like my thing. Do my laundry. Please just do it. Return it. Put it away. Thank you. Also, a big thing I struggle with when we moved in together was learning how to cook for two. I still don't know how to do it. And if any of you guys have tips and tricks on how to do it, let me know. Because I always end up making too much. It's better now because I have Harper, and then Scotty eats the leftovers for lunch because he's here anyways. But when he was going to work, he would rarely ever take leftovers. Even if I packed them, he'd come back because he would always go, shout out to Adam, with Adam to whatever that place, Osmos, or wherever they get their little pita wrap things. And they would go every day, and then he'd come home with a full lunch and be like, oh, I just wasn't that hungry. It's like, no, dude, you went out for lunch. Just tell me. It's fine. Whatever. You're a grown-up. A big thing I wanted to talk about was bills. So many people have a different way of doing it, and maybe you don't know how you want to do it, or how you're doing it now isn't working out for you. Some different ways I've heard of, you do like 50-50 split, or some, if like one of the partners make more, the person that makes more pays a little more. So it's like you both put 50% of your income in, kind of thing. So instead of like someone, like you go, say you have rent and it's $1,200 and you each have to pay $600, but the one person makes $1,200 where the other person only makes like $750. That person only has $150 to live on, which the other person has $600, right? So and some people like to do it that way, and some people don't. Or I know another one where one pays the mortgage and or the rent, and the other does the utilities and groceries. I've heard of that as well, working. Whatever really works for you. Me and Scott, we always did 50-50. We had our paychecks go into the separate accounts, like our own accounts, and then we would transfer our half into a joint account that we had together, and then anything we bought for the house, we had a joint credit card, so we paid that off with our joint account money. That worked for us. It worked amazing. We never had issues. Mind you, like, we never really argued about money, and we still don't. We did when we had Harper, though, since I made, like, pennies on mat leave, as well as we were providing for her now together, and we had been together for 10 years, we just made the decision to amalgamate our accounts into one with everything. So our paychecks, everything goes into one account and everything comes out of the same account. It's been working great as well. So no issues. I think that would work in in solid relationships. I think if you're just starting out and you're just moving in together, maybe that's not the first option for you or the best option for you, but it definitely is working well for us. I think you need to figure out your own system that works best for you both and you're both happy with, because you don't want someone to feel any type of way and can cause issues in a relationship over money. Like, it's so stupid. It can be resolved and figured out before. Why don't you do it that way instead of creating an issue over something that never has to be an issue? Money is like the main reason people have problems when they move in together and stuff like that. And I think fighting over money is just so dumb. I don't understand why people fight over money. Like, okay, sorry, that sounds bad. I get sometimes why people fight over money. If, like, someone's a complete loser and doesn't put in any effort to do anything, doesn't take care of the house, doesn't do anything. That's why that would be frustrating. But, like, I know some people who they're a stay-at-home mom and the other one provides, but the other one realizes that person's a stay-at-home mom. They do so much stuff. It's more than a 9-to-5 job. It's a 24/7 job. So they're providing in a different way. It's almost like you're like filling in the other person's gaps too, right? Like if one partner is financially supporting, the other one is supporting the household. So as long as it works for you guys and whoever, like whatever system you're working with, whether it's 50-50, whether it's someone pays everything and you take care of the house and the kids, as long as it works for you and there's no ill feelings or anything, I don't see ever an issue happening. It's when things aren't talked about and someone builds up resentment that it becomes a problem. Also, lastly, taking time for yourself. So, you're now going to be with this person 24/7. Like, I mean, all the time. So, it's important that to balance out everything in your life, you need to have me time. Because there are going to be times where, like, you want to go out with your friends, or they're going to go out with their friends, and you want to have me time to go shopping, or even if you just go for a run. It's important that you do that. You're still your own person, and don't submerge into one person with your spouse, which is a whole nother topic. We're going to get into that in another episode, but the main thing is to still have your own time in your own life, because it is important. I really struggled with this, especially during quarantine, because I wasn't working, I was pregnant, and I never left the house, and the only person I saw was Scott. He worked from home. We never left the house, really. I didn't have any hobbies or time. Like, we were literally together 24/7. I didn't have any me time. So once, like, the lockdown was lifted and he went back to work, the nice weather came. I got some Brie time, and it was much needed. Just keep that in mind, though. You need to be your own person still, even though you live together and you're going to see each other, especially right now with quarantine. I have some friends that are both working from home, and they're just together 24/7, and maybe it works for them. Good for them, but I still think that you need to have your own time to do your own thing. But yeah, guys, I gotta wrap this up. I hope this was good help. If you have anything else you want to add, ask, or have advice about, or want to know about regarding to this stuff, let me know in a DM or email. I always answer my DMs at Mondays Are For The Girls, and I always answer my emails, Mondays Are For The Girls at gmail.com. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think about this episode. It was kind of on the fence, because, like, some things I know work really well for me, but I know some things that work well for me would not work well for other people. So, or if you guys have any other suggestions that you do, let me know, because I really want to know about them. Um, and I'm not perfect. I'm just sharing things that I've been through, or I'm working through, or want to know more about. So feedback is always awesome. Yeah, so, I almost forgot the song of the week. We're gonna throw it back. The song of the week is First Date by Blink 182. I love them. I love that era of music and that genre of music in that era. It was my fucking favorite. Um, were you a Blink fan or a Some fan? I would like to know. I was both. I know there's both out there. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next week, and thank you for listening, and I'll see you later.